Good morning, little rascals. Um, Let me share my link first and then I will proceed with the video. Okay, my little rascals. It's a little dark in here, so I need some light because it's a rainy day. So, good morning, buenos dias, and bon dia to the whole entire world. I'm still sick and it's been, wow, it's been for me years. But today, as my title says, Magna is talking about babies, educational only. I'm gonna use my baby doll's YouTube. Please do not monetize my video on live or yeah. I just wanted it to talk about this situation today because sad situation been happening in the whole entire world with infants or kids or babies, when you experience, to fall in love with somebody and you're an adult or you're a teen. Um as I want to say to y'all that I prefer to start when you're older because this is the situation. When you round your ages of 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, 16, 17, round those ages, sometimes you're not capable to have a young child. So this is a doll. This is a doll processes only. So we're about to use my little man here, a little Tito J. And we're about to, yes, I said the name. And we're going to use Ashley Ocean for this educational video. But first, we're about to talk about the pregnancy. The pregnancy is a beautiful, beautiful thing in world, right? And how can I explain here on YouTube? Like, can I get monetized? But in this situation, when you're starting to be a mama for the first time, just like it happened to me when I was 15, I was starting to be a mama. I was 14 when I discovered that I either going to have a child. I never expected it because they say love, but in reality, it was passion in there. So the situation that happened to me when I was young, right? I gave birth to my older son, and I was really young, and everything started because went to church with my mother, and I fell in love with a beautiful guy with long hair and greenish eyes, and he came to me and say, "Hey, you want to grab a little poster? Hello Kitty and cars and precious moment and all that." So it hit me. It hit me. I fought for that, and I said, "Well, the guy is cute and he's young, just like me, but I'm more younger." So by that time, he was like 17, and I was more younger. I was like 12. But I was not thinking about boyfriends in that era. I just still was playing with my Barbies with when I lived with my mom. And then all of a sudden I started changing when I was 13. I start feeling more emotional, more um what can I say it, like more activities in my body will change, and my boo boos is growing, and my chi chi will be, my vajayjay will be like, oh my god, it's changing, and my first period menstrual, and you will go to multiple changes. So when I turned like 13, I fall in love. And then after that, I clapped, and yeah. And then something I never knew that I was pregnant. My mom kicked me out. Yeah. My mom kicked me out. My dad almost on me. But other than that, their ticket, really not good in my situation. So I started really young. So then, um, I was, really sick, and I ended up in the hospital. And then all of a sudden I had a belly pain. And then all of a sudden, I was pregnant. They say, congratulations, mama, you're going to be a mama for the first time. And I said, what? Huh? When? And that's why you have to protect yourself by using the word condom. Condom, you have to put it in your little peedle to not to provoke not to have a young baby, in your life when you're young. So then I discovered that I was pregnant, and by that time, I was really young. I just was thinking about school and going out with my friends, and I'm not was thinking like, then it started to grow my stomach, and then I start feeling tired, hungry most of the time, sadness and stuff like that. And then I end up with my grandmother. And for me it's a sad situation because and at the same time was happy. Why? Because in the same situation that um that end up that my grandmother have to get my child. Why? Because I was too young. I was in school, and I was 15. So by that time, I gave birth when I was 15. There did a C-section. Why? Because my baby almost died. I couldn't give birth to it because the umbilical cord was tied up in his neck for 2 times, and I couldn't give birth. So they had to do the C-section. That is a bikini thing that they do when to a woman that can't give birth. So other than that, I gave birth. Everybody was, hey, oh my God, a baby boy, and whatever. So I was not happy because I felt that my baby was not for me. Why? Because at first I was so happy when I saw him, but then everything changed in my hormones because I started to have postpartum. Postpartum is when a mother have a baby for the first time, and everybody we're using this fake baby. So everybody like, oh my god, oh my god, you're so cute, oh my god, and us mother, we look our baby and we smell it, and like we I don't want him, like, take him away from me. I don't want to see him. Like, that's how I felt. I felt like he was not mine because everybody, like, it's like the cats or the dogs or any animal, or gorilla monkeys that you actually touch them anywhere and they're smell it, and it's not smelling your hormone, it's not smelling you smelling other people, hygiene or whatever, and you see your baby and you like disgust and you don't want it, it because of the changes of hormones that is going between your body. Like, those are the hormones that everybody have to understand, that we're not the ones that want to do that. It's just our hormone inside that make us do that. For instance, and then this is another thing, that when we're in the cycle of pregnancy, right, mama have to take care really, really, really good. Why? Because when it's 1 week, 2 week, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 8 weeks, 9 weeks, 10 weeks, 11 weeks, like all those weeks that the baby will form and grow inside mama, is it's a beautiful gift. Why? Because we have that gift. Guys don't have that. But us women, we have that gift to, oh my gosh, look how my baby is growing. And look how it's forming. Like, it start with a little beautiful heart. Boom, 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 boom. And you hear that little beat inside. And they just put the electronic, like, oh my God, look at this is the little heart and it's forming, they teach you. They're teach you like you're in school. Like you are in school and they're teaching you, the doctors or the nurses, that they're teaching you how your baby looks. So, and those situation you have to be paying attention, because your baby is growing like their hearts, and then it will form like a little alien, and and it start popping out like little organs, like their lungs and their kidneys, and their little brain, and they start growing a little bit, and their little tiny little eyes that look like an alien, a little nose popping out that it look like a little squibble squibble, and a little tiny little mouth that is about to, like, and you see that process going on inside you, and it's beautiful. But you got to be careful in that situation of the you know pregnancy process, because when your baby is growing like that, you cannot go party. Yeah, yeah, oh, tra, tra, tra. No, you can't go and party like you are having nothing inside you, all right? You have to be calmed, chill, relax, home. You could do certain things, like you could do your laundry, or sweep the floor or mop the floor, clean the bathroom, like certain things that you could do. But you cannot like get heavy things, because if you grab like something heavy, well, the sad part of that is that you could have a sad miscarriage, that you could start bleeding, having a lot of pain, and lose your baby. So you can't do those things. So, and for instance, when your baby is growing inside you, you cannot drink apple juice or grape juice and a tonic of, type of, you know, drinks that you can't do, like apple juice or grape. I call it like that for YouTube purposes. And I don't want to get banned. And, and some medicine like the yellow snowflake and some green grass. You can't get that either when you're pregnant. Why? The situation, I must teach you why not. Because when the baby are in that position of growing and you're partying, yay, and then all of a sudden you start drinking that apple juice or drinking the grape juice and drinking that and that and that, and then all of a sudden the baby will get your nutrients because your baby is feeding over you, is inside of you, and the umbilical cord, you're sharing it to your baby. So your baby will get all those nutrients, all the things you're doing, your baby will get that. And if you're doing this inappropriate things that you cannot be doing, your baby will get that in the system. So your baby will come out with defects. Your baby will come blind. Your baby, you will, hey baby, da, da, hey sweetie, my baby, and your baby be like looking everywhere. Why? And it doesn't smile. Your baby can't see. It affects his his or her eyesight, nose sight, mouth sight, ear sights, and mechanic on their body. There can even not go up like they used to do, like they're supposed to be doing, or doing mechanic like moving and stuff like that. The baby will be affected. The baby will be affected. Yes, because I say it for voice experience. I never use those medication or, you know, apple juice and grape juice. The father of my older son, well, he was in those medication, and my son was born with that as well. The men's got to be take care of their self. Why? Because the hygiene of their little swimmers will come out with that genetic in what he done in his body. So you have to be careful about that. So other than that, my son came sick. Okay, the doctor came to me, and my boy was normal, 9 months, like every baby be born, but he came with that effect. And they asked me, Mama, if you use consent of this and that. I say no, probably the father. All right. Then he said your son was born with da 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 da. He was born with the snowflake and the green grass, and now your baby is asking for it. The baby is, decept because he want that, you know. And I never consumed that inside me. So yeah, and practically they took my son away because they thought that I was doing those things and I hit my stomach or I was smoking during pregnancy, but it was not true. And and yeah, and since they saw me young, well, they took my baby away. So and by the way, when you're pregnant, you don't, I hate you, I hate you. Don't do that. Why? You're harming your little child. Your little angel is feeling what mama is doing to it. Your baby, you think your baby don't cry. Yes, your baby cry. Your baby feel the pain inside of you. And, you know, and I was crying because my grandma either going to on me, and we had a little discussion who's gonna stay with the baby who. And yeah, I was running for her because she almost me, and I was, as a mama and young, I was wanted it to protect it. And I start crying and say, baby, everything is fine. Nobody's gonna hurt us. All right. So then when the baby is born, everything changed. So I'm gonna show you guys the situation because sometimes moms out there be postpartum and they're actually um don't know what is going with the child. This is a doll. This is not real. So when let me take the dummy that we call it pacifier in America, but the United Kingdom don't like to us call it pacifier, so we're gonna call it dummy. And we're about to, we got our baby, right? He got a little something in his eye. So when you hear this from your baby, when you hear that from your baby, and we're gonna repeat it again. When you hear that from your baby, that he's crying, you can't be like, what's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Like, you can't do that to an infant. That's one. All right? Mamas out there, I'm teaching y'all. When you hear your baby like that, you look for what is going on with it. Like, for instance, are you hungry, baby? Let me check if you're hungry. If you check if your baby's hungry, is about to eat, and it's gonna start laughing. It's gonna start laughing. You know. But then, if your baby still cries, you have to look what is wrong with it again, and it say you don't want Baba. So what do you want? You want your dummy. You want your dummy, and then if the baby stop crying, so you be like rocking it. You be rocking it all fine. What? And you could sing to your baby because even if your baby have their eyes like this, they could hear you. All right. Sometimes baby don't hear you because of effects that they cannot hear you. So they're put ear side to your baby. So you be like checking up on it and hey la la la. Let's change our baby diaper and smell the diaper, and yep, the baby is poo poo, or you feel the baby in the top, the back, or in the front in their pee pee, and you just okay, baby, let's change your diaper, and we change the diaper, but don't grab your baby and all of a sudden you hear your baby like that and you start no, no, don't in their face. No. Nobody. No. That's not good. This is a baby. All right. And this is what you created. And this is a gift of God, and you have to protect it. They're babies and they don't know what they want. They can't say, Mama, I want some milk. Mama, I want some food. Make me some food. No, they can't do that because they're just a goo goo gaga. They're just babies. And, you know, and then you just like rock it back and forth. If they're still crying, back and forth. Back and forth. Oh, come on, Baba. Come on, baby. Or if your baby are still crying, you put it of this position and you turn the little head and you start patting their grab the neck, That is the most important thing. Grab the neck of your baby because they're wobbly. So you have to grab their neck, right? And then pound their bottom and then do like this to your baby for your baby could calm down. But if your baby is still crying and you see that your baby is with a lot of mucus, or if you touch your baby and your baby is warm, take the temperature. If you have to go to the doctors, you will go to the doctors and say, look, something's wrong with my baby, have a high temperature, stuff like that. So that's the situation that we want in the world. And then if they had to admit your baby in a hospital for medical care, then the baby will be in the hospital. Why? Because the baby is a mechanism that is really fragile. Any type of harm that you do to your child, if affected, like if, for instance, if you move them like this, back and forth, the little head will go all the way back and the little bone that we have there will be fractured. So we don't want that for our newborn to happen to that. Or to face them down, right? To face them down with their head down. Don't face them like that because they could suffocate. They could actually pass away. So I love them like they're real. And next next step, if your child is a toddler. Hey Ashley, what's up? Good morning, sweetie. So when you have a toddler, start crying. She start crying. You don't you can't not be with her and or him and say, what do you want? What do you want? No, don't do this. See how their head goes? Like when you move them, see? It go back and forth. Back and forth. See the head go back and forth? This right here in the area of their head will fracture and there could actually end up in coma. Actually, they actually could pass away because the structure that you're doing the back and forth, that gets to the trauma to the brain, and there could have a brain coma. So that's why most of the babies will end up in NICU or they end up in the hospital and passed away. So you just don't get your child and what is wrong with you? No, don't. Just say, hi, baby. Friends from a little princess. What you want? You want some bottle? You want a bottle? Yeah, you want a bottle? Here it is. So you could give the bottle to it. Or, for instance, if they're ready to eat and they have this little tiny teeth, you could give them a little cookie for babies or chips that made for babies. You know, not not hard candies because they could they could choke because they're actually are not meant for babies. So you got to give things to your toddler that they could eat, not hard candies, not bad, bad food or popcorn because most of the time the popcorn have these little tiny things inside the popcorn and, and you see your child and turn red and blue and all multiple colors to turn. So you don't want that to proceed. Do not give them hard candy or do not give them popcorn. Just give them soft things that babies and toddlers and could eat. You know what I mean? So if it start being fuzzy, it because her or his diaper is really a mess. So you just sorry guys if my cat sorry about that. My cat is making me laugh over here. So if it start crying again, of course she have to have a dirty diaper. So she have to have a dirty diaper. I mean, ew, stinky diaper. So you have to change that. So you gotta for a female, I learned because I don't have a daughter or a sister to practice, but I already practiced with my dolls. That you have to clean them from back to front and front to back. And for the boys, you just wipe them normal because it's a boy. They have just pee pee and bowling balls. So, nut sacks. So, other than that, you put her a pacifier. If you put her a pacifier and move her back and forth, and and until she fall asleep. When she fall asleep, that you don't hear your baby too much, it because it was sleepy, or it was hungry, or it was dirty, or you could take them for a bath. And and not because the baby could take a bath doesn't mean you're going to bandit your baby in the bathtub. No. Wrong. You cannot bandit your child in the bathtub. All right? You could actually be with the baby in the bathtub, like, not you and the baby in the bathtub, but dealing with your baby in the bathtub. You have to buy a little tiny bathtub for your baby because you're not putting your baby inside a big bath and there could actually RIP. So you have to buy a little one for them to be in because they're infant, they're child, they're babies. Now when they run like 4, 5, 3, they could go in the big one. Cause what but supervision by an adult. So and then the other part is that you drive yourself nuts. And you don't know what kind of clothes you want to put to your child. And if it's cold, right? Like I saw a video on YouTube and it was sad. It was like 100, I think 100 or 101 degrees of cold. And a little kid was in the street. I think it was New York. And the poor little infant was like around 2 or 3 years old. And he was just like with a t-shirt only. No pants, no socks, no shoes, no nothing. And the kid was jumping up and down like, and good Samaritan grabbed the baby and put them in the heat. So it's really sad because mama gotta be paying attention to their infant, like toddlers or babies. You have to pay attention to them. Why? Because they're children's. The children's are not gonna be like an adult. They'll be like, I'll do whatever I want. I'm a child. I'ma do anything that I want. No. The child is the child is like a little sponge. It They imitate mama and daddy, everything, or sister, cousin, whatever. They're a sponge. They're imitate what you're doing, like dancing, or if they'll be like, and the kids see that, they're learn that. Why? Because they're seeing it. The kids are a sponge. And the kids, right now, the kids are the new generation. We are the old generation. The heck was that? Sorry about that. I saw something white passing, but other than that, I'm not minding on that. So yeah, and the situation that I've been seeing, for instance, if your father or mother was in the army, right, and they're actually are traumatized by the army and and all that, don't give your child to that person. Why? Why? Because they still have the trauma, whether past the memory from when it passed over there, and they come back home, and then they start doing creepy things. At first they're going to be normal, but then they're going to have this trauma coming back again, and then they would do the unthinkable. Like, few of the people that did, like a guy, he actually RIP his three daughters. And I saw it on TikTok, and it was really sad. And on YouTube, it was really sad that he RIP his three daughters. And he was from the army. So actually, it's not bueno. It's not good. Why? Because even if you was in the war, you gotta look for help. You're not okay. Go to mental. Go to mental institution. Pronto. Go there and keep you there. And they give you therapy, and you talk to them and happen this and that, and they could give you medications for that. You know? All right. Continuing. When you have a toddler, right? And I give them popcorn, and we watching a movie, and I give them a popcorn by mistake. Instead of the Cheeto for them, I gave them a popcorn. And all of a sudden, then she start crying. And you looking, and nothing is wrong with her. And then you grab the child. Pat it until they spit the popcorn. All right. Next advice. If they're choked with something, if you have the advice to take it out, that's fine. But if they're still choking, the press maneuver, you have to, get your child, but press the stomach and press the stomach and do like a little tiny force. Not and break their bones. No. We don't want that. So we press, their little stomach, and press it, and keep them down, and press it, press it, press it, press it until blah, they throw it out. What it is, um, a quarter, or a little tiny ball, canica or something. Now you know the advice. And other thing, I learned this. I learned this in school. All right, my baby is not crying. It's not moving. It's blue. So the only thing that I have to, that's a code blue right there. So you have to put something of oxygen and start the CPR. For them, they're tiny. You can't do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. No, you can't do that. Why? Because their bones are fragile. So you just have to put their little hands down, and like this, and the little chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, two, three, four, five. One, two, three, four, five. Six. If your baby doesn't wake up, well, it's because your baby RIP, or first hit 911 because I'm doing the advice what I learned in school because I almost be a nurse, but I never completed. So first you call 911, then you start the CPR and breathing mouth to mouth, and your child, if it start breathing there, you know that your child is okay and not RIP. So you just grab your child, and when the 911 comes and you explain, they might put you as investigation and custody. But yeah, that's what they're always going to do because yeah, if it means with a child, it means with a infant. So they might put you in down investigation. Sometimes they arrest you for ecky reasons. But other than that, I'm trying my best to because I'm still traumatized by a little boy that I saw like in around 2001 or 2002. No, I think it was 2002. 2001 or 2002. That one time I went to Atlantic City, and the sad part is that the little baby from 3 year old, I think, or two, passed away. The baby was blue when they took him out of the water. Mommy and daddy was busy partying and doing an adult things like apple juice and grape juice and smoking, and they forgot a little about the little one, and the little one went to the beach and passed away. So this is the device of today, and let's bring little Tito J, and let's bring and one thing. When you have a child, do not grab them like this. Do not grab them like this because you can inlocate their little hand. Or you cannot do like this because you can inlocate their little hip right here. So you gotta get your child like normal, like this. If it's a toddler, right? If it's a toddler, grab it by the stomach, chest, and hand. Or if it's an infant, you can't grab them like this. Never. If it's an infant, you grab them with, dedication. Like, you grab them, like, really slowly. Put your elbow over there, your hand by the booty, and the head have to be in this position from your elbow, and make sure the little head from your newborn doesn't go back too much. Like, it can't go back like that because you will harm an RIP by mistake to your infant. So you have to keep it really safe, and you have to have this posture for your child that is a newborn. So, and the other hand, you put it under it just in case your baby will, not fall. So, these are these are my cute little babies that I actually loved and care about. So, sometimes I do it myself. These beautiful art. And we're about to put Tito J over here, and yeah, his name is Tito J. So yeah, they're called like that. My dad, they call him Tito. So I put it as my dad. So And this is Ashley Ocean, and there are my two modelo to use for today. And remember, and if it's a multiple babies, right? I'm gonna teach you guys that if it's a multiple babies, hold up. If it's a multiple babies crying, where's the music? When it's a multiple babies, right? When it's a welcome to my live stream. When it's multiple babies, you can't be like, oh my god, baby number one, number two, number three, number four, number five is driving me nuts. Shut the f up. No, no, no. Don't lose your temper. All right. Okay. Baby number one. You look for the bottle. Passy. Diaper. The baby's fine. Put on a sleep or put on a play. Or put them in the bouncer. Or put them in the crib. Do not put your baby in the ground. In the ground. Like I saw in a YouTuber channel that the mother was cheating on her father and they put a beautiful princess in the floor. And she was like, she can't even move. This is delirious. And baby number two. Come here, baby number two. Do the same process. If it's a newborn, you're more careful. With a newborn, it's more careful. Or you just play with it. What happened here, baby? And then my baby. And then the cookie, my baby. You play with it. Or something. Or if it's a toddler, twinkle, twinkle, little star, I wonder what you are. Like look for an entertainment for your child. Or like my brother do with his child, he actually put Bluey, the famous Bluey. Yeah, the famous Bluey, and or Miss Rachel, and he'd be like, they're toddler, and they already know how to say Dada or Mama and say a few words, and you say, you just like count like numbers like one, two, three. Sorry, count or A B C D E F G H I J K and M N O P. Like you give your education to your child. Not like, all right, let me get my phone. Oh, you want Coco Melon? You want shark, baby shark or Bluey? Here, interact yourself with the phone. No, people. No, what are you guys doing? You're breaking the generation, man. No, don't pop a kid every single time that you pop a kid from your vajayjay. You're gonna give a phone to them and entertain yourself. No, or a tablet and entertain your child with that. No, sweetheart, you're doing a bad thing because they're going to learn bad things in the internet. Like, for instance, if they go to TikTok and they see women's twerking, tra, 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 you know what I mean? And they're going to be like, wow, mommy, what is that? And she be with a mini skirt, really short, showing the bum bum. And it will be pleasant you to explain your little child from 1, 2, or 3 years old what is a bun bun means, or what is a booby means, or what is a chi chi means. A diddle round. You know what I mean? Like you will be feeling awkward and weird. Yeah. So this is educational only. YouTube. These are only beautiful dolls. Not monetize my videos or ban my video. This is just educational video only. For people to understand that that child and infant is not a game. That is a beautiful young life. A beautiful young life that is starting the generation. So if they have dreams and they're like around 6, 7, 8 years old and up, they can make their dreams come true. They want to be a YouTuber, gamer, filming movies, doing a book, doing art, whatever you want to do in life, kids, do it. You know why? Because you're a new generation. You want to create music? Go ahead. That's your passion. Go out there, fly. But not too much flying. You know what I mean? So, my little rascals, this is a short video and a long, more an eternity. But I just wanted you guys to know because it's been a lot of RIP out there. I've been going through my TikTok and RIP all the time with infants or toddlers or kids. So I want you guys to be safe. Today is Tuesday. It's a rainy day over here. And I hope I don't hear the bah from the light thing outside today. But other than that, I'm gonna make the shout out of today, and I hope you guys enjoy this educational video and medicated only because I want to express love to those beautiful infants like out there that I want the mothers and fathers to open their eyes and and see what a precious angel they have in their life. They have an opportunity to change their life, the life of them, they have opportunity to change your life. If you've been something really bad in your past, like pew pew or you know what I mean, that changed your life. It changed all the way back. Like, I got an infant now. I can't do those things. I can't pew pew. I can't, because I got something new. Start over your life. Start over your life, because that is the new generation in this world. That is the beautiful generation that we're going to have. And if you're best friends of this new generation, from the old to the new generation, please do not pew pew or do not ching 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 to your to your best friend's kids. Please, I'm begging you. No, don't do it. Your friends, family, or whatever you have in this world, don't. Stop. Make a stop. Make a stop of the pew pew and the ching 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 ching. We gotta stop that. Why? Because the world has to love each other. The world gotta stop fighting the war, this, that. I know the World War III will be soon in the years, but no, it's not good either. We have to have peace and love to every single country. Well, I about to make the shout outs, and then after that, I'm going to make some breakfast. Oh, by the way, I forgot. If you guys not subscribed here on Magda here on YouTube, you guys could go ahead and subscribe in my channel, and you can subscribe on my brothers or my friends here on YouTube, like Lava Big John Jellybean on his channel. He do more opening cars and interesting that for Hot Wheels. If you're interested, and my friend Metro Sonic, he actually do gaming a video of Sonic, or you know, old video games that we remember in the past, and new games as well. And um follow as well Hawaiian Girl 59. She do cool videos, but she's learning now. She's just a child. And few of them, like the come cupcake as well. He do his video. You guys could go ahead and go to his channel. Sometimes he don't show his face, but sometimes he do. So for accurate reasons, but the sad thing is that he got they got him off of his channel for something of copyrighted, but that's why I got to stop using stuff of copyrighted. But other than that, because since he's a big channel, I think he got that warning all the time, and they're suspend their channel. But other than that, I'm gonna give the shout outs now, and I hope you guys learn about this educational video. And Magda is feeling really sick right now and nauseous. And no, I'm not pregnant. Mm-mm. Keep that out of your mind. I'm not pregnant. Not yet, until the future. But not now. Not now. I'm not thinking about infants. I love infants. I'm not in that way, pause. But I love to have one of my own. Or if it's, I can't have one of my own, then I'm gonna adopt one and treat him as my own. Yeah, it was awkward in the other part. But other than that, you two don't take it that far. And I don't harm little children, and I don't do nothing wrong to that. I just love them so much. Um I'm just like Michael Jackson, that I like to protect them into the end, and to nobody takes them away from me, like that. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Magna Matt is signing out, and let's do the shout outs of the day. So, the shout outs going to Orloka Pirti Grow said hi. Say hi again. P I think this is mean for Philly. What do you like being asking? All right. My brother had to, and me to block that. My brother Red Hood G4 2.0, shout out for him. And the combo cupcake. So those are the shout outs of today. So I hope you guys enjoy an educational video of today, and I hope you guys, you know, be safe. And I know you guys are in school or in work, but I love you guys, and keep your ass educated in school. And we're leaving with this. Bye, guys. I see you guys soon.